everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mercury. Welcome to my channel. It's my daily vlog, so whatever I'm up to is what you're gonna see here. And today I know this is gonna sound kind of gross, I have a chicken carcass. I had made a roast chicken earlier this week, and as I was eating it, I saved the carcass, and I'm gonna make a bone broth. You know, waste not, want not. We wanna use as much of the animal as we can, you know, and really bone broth is delicious too. It's so good for you. It's good for the tummy. It's good for the soul. Bone broth is just a wonderful, wonderful thing. So I wanted to show you how I make bone broth. So you do need a slow cooker, maybe an Instapot. I don't have an Instapot, so I don't know what the settings are, but I do it in a slow cooker. So if you have a slow cooker setting on your Instapot, you know, you could do that too. Or you could do this stovetop, but less control, and it's a long time to have it on the stovetop. But I will show you how to do this in the slow cooker. So, to the kitchen. So this might not be totally 100% true bone broth because there is still some meat on the carcass that I have. So you could say that this is chicken stock versus bone broth, but regardless whether you're doing strictly bones or carcass with a little bit of meat on it, the process is still the same. So chicken stock or bone broth, this will work for either. And also, if you don't have like the leftovers from a chicken that you roasted, you can also go to the butcher and just get bones, whether they're chicken bones or bones from another animal, whatever is your preference. So I happen to have made a roast chicken for dinner this week, so this is basically what's left over. So I'm going to take everything that's in this tub, which is the carcass and the leg bones and the thigh bones and all the bits, and I'm gonna put it in my slow cooker with enough water to cover at least 4 cups, probably more like 6 to 8 cups. I'll let you know after I measure it out and put it in there. And I'm gonna put a capful of apple cider vinegar. Now this is super important because the apple cider vinegar gets in there and breaks down the bones and the collagen. And that is super, super important because then you get all those nutrients out of the bones with the help of the apple cider vinegar. So let's go put this together and make some broth. So I have my crock pot over here. It's my slow cooker. What I got, here's my chicken carcass, and that's just gonna go right on in there. So basically all the leftover chicken bits. Then we start covering it up with water. So that's 2 cups. So this is 4 cups. And this is 6 cups in. Probably 2 or 3 more of these. So I've covered it with water. So you could see the chicken is fully submerged. So that took about 9 to 10 cups of water to do that. So I mean, I guess it also is going to depend on the size of your slow cooker and the size of the chicken carcass. But that is how much water it took me to cover the chicken. Now what I'm going to do is I have this apple cider vinegar. And I'm just literally going to put a capful into there. So I've poured a capful of vinegar right on in. The other thing we're going to do is season with some salt and pepper to taste. I tend to go under seasoned on the broth because I use this broth to make other recipes. So I don't want it to be pre-salted too much because then it'll throw the next recipe I use it in off. So I want it to be very neutral. And, you know, if I'm going to make like a chicken soup and I just end up using it as is, I could always add more salt to it. I could always add, I can't take away. So just a little bit of salt and pepper. So I'm going to take my lid here. I'm going to cover that up. It's got these nice butterfly clips. So, whoops. They snap into place so you get a good lock, and then I turn the power on, and then I have 4 hour, 6 hour, 8 hour, or 10 hour. I am going to select 8 hour. I feel like I get a good rich broth out of that. So feel free to cook it at a 6 hour or a 10 hour. I wouldn't recommend a 4 hour. I think 8 hour is a good place to go with this. So I'll see you in 8 hours. So 8 hours have passed and now it smells delicious. So right now I gotta let this cool down. You could see that it's still steaming. So once this cools down, I'm gonna pour this into a bowl through a strainer so that way we get all the bits out and that can be discarded. And then we'll, store our broth. So just another perspective that one chicken made all of this stock. All of this came from that one chicken. That's excellent. So as you can see, it's super easy to make chicken stock or bone broth. All it took was a little bit of time and patience because the slow cooker had to do its thing. And it takes about 8 hours. But if you have the time to let the slow cooker really just sort of simmer all that goodness out of the chicken, you get such a wonderful, wonderful stock. And you can use this for anything. Any recipe that calls for chicken stock, use it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep one of these tubs of broth in my refrigerator and the rest of them I'm gonna pop in the freezer, and they keep for a really long time. So when the recipe is ready and you're ready, you just take it out of the freezer, pop it into the microwave or just let it thaw out on the counter, either way, whatever works for you. But super easy and is a great way to always have stock on hand. So don't throw out that roast chicken carcass if you got one, right? So with that, I am done and I will see everybody tomorrow. And until then, stay inspired by everyone. Take care.